Fam, if you think you're going to wake up in the morning and just skip along to your goals, you are sadly mistaken. And here's why. If by being the person that you are could create what it is you're looking to create, you would have done it already. Clearly, who you've been being is not equipped, not informed enough, not knowledgeable enough, not ready to achieve what you're after. Yeah, you may have gotten out, you gotten started, you got a couple of wins, right? I can dig it. I've been there. And you know what's coming next? You know what? First of all, this is for everybody who is starting anything new right now. Whenever this now is for you. You're starting something new, you're getting going on a new project, you're looking to create something that isn't in your world in this present moment. And you want it to be smooth. You hope it goes off without a hitch. You hope that it's easy. Well, let me tell you something. Looking for that ease will keep you away from what you're going after. Because again, only masters of their craft make it look easy. They make it look effortless. But what you don't see are the hours and the hours and the years of work and effort doing that one thing. You don't see the years of work that led to a bunch of connections and other opportunities for them that led them to where they are right now. But no, we want to wake up. We want to be there right now. And for some people that may happen. But here's why you don't want that kind of success. The reason you don't want that to happen to you is because as you go through life, as you go through all the circumstances and situations that are occurring, remember that your world is responding to you. The world you're experiencing is an expression, it's an outpicturing of your own internal world. So all the problems and circumstances that you run up against are reflective of your own inner states. So it stands to reason that if your inner states were one that was aligned with your end goal, that you would achieve it rather quickly. But here's the thing, most of us aren't born with the complete inner work aligned that we need to be aligned. So what needs to happen, is life needs to come through and do what it does best and work that mess out of you. Right? You're going to need to come up against roadblocks and obstacles and people who don't let you through and efforts that just don't pay off. You're going to need to go through the rejections and the hard times. Simply because in those moments you are being made for what it is you said that you wanted. This is why having an understanding of, or having a particular understanding of positive and negative in this way is so beneficial. When you think about positive and negative in terms of direction, not morality, right? Not good and bad, but is this leading me where I want to go? When you think about life in that context, then no matter what occurs for you, you can see it as being positive. First and foremost, because you recognize the world you experience is simply an expression of your own internal world. Second, we live in an intelligent universe that we are co-creating with and making life happen. We don't make life happen. Life occurs through us, as us. So I just had to tweak that a little bit. We don't make anything happen. We allow it. And some things won't move unless we do, but I'll get to that later. Recognize that your world is responding to you. So no matter what you experience, it can be for your benefit if you choose to view it that way. We have to bring ourselves to the point where we don't get discouraged because somebody says no. We have to bring ourselves to the point where we're not getting upset simply because somebody presents themselves as another obstacle, or because we have another hoop to jump through, or because we have to get another license or a different certification, or we need something else to be registered with this or with that. Whatever the case is, recognize that you're going through it because you need to in order to get to where you're going. And if you forget that, just remember, like, oh snap, if I had it all right now, if I had it all together, if I had everything I needed, if I was fully equipped, I'd be there already. I'd be able to make a call or two. I'd be able to put up one social media post and it'd be done. That's not how life goes though, fam. That's not how life goes. And I've just been reminded of this in my own life. Because again, like I said earlier, you may get some wins just getting going. Things may be smooth, but be aware. Be aware that the bumpy road is coming. There may be an obstacle waiting for you that you just don't see yet. Expect a curveball, right? It'd be awesome if life just threw them down the plate straight, day after day, right? You knew what was coming, you knew what to expect, and you're just cracking it out the park, right? Just cranking it. But that's not how life goes, because that's not how we grow. We need complexity. We need an elevated level of difficulty in order to grow. Because unless you're experiencing that complexity, unless you're experiencing some pains, a little bit of confusion, right? Unless you experience that, you don't expand because you're never forced to. Life is calling out of us the highest and grandest expression of what it put inside of us. But if we had our choice, we would never see it, because it requires that we go through dark times. It requires that we spend time in isolation. It requires that we spend times not knowing what to do next. It requires that we connect to the source of our existence. It requires that we get connected and hooked up with ourself, with God, right? The being in the presence that is, and settle and ground into that peace. Because there and only there, inside of what the Bible calls the secret place of the Most High, only there can we ground ourselves in the present moment and remember that our goal is already an accomplished fact. The moment we conceived of the idea, the moment we said, let there be, it was already done. But now it's just a matter of playing the game. And if you're playing the game to get something, if you're playing the game solely for the rewards or the results, you're probably going to lose. Not saying that you won't get those things, but there's a possibility that you'll lose out on all the growth that is available to you. Because when you're focused on the rewards, you're probably more liable to take shortcuts. You're more liable to look around a thing and maybe tap out here or not give full effort there because it may not be worth it. But if your objective is growth, if your objective is the expansion of your soul, the expansion of your skills and of your network, then you'll be more willing to go through these difficulties. You'll be more willing to face whatever curveballs come your way, knowing, again, it's already a done deal. I've already seen it. I've already said it. I've written it down. I'm walking toward it. I do not care what shows up. I'm going in this direction. When you do that, when you make your mind up and you are completely undeterred by what arises, but you just keep walking, that's when reality bends. That's when time and space collapses. Because the universe steps back and says, okay, this is what we're doing. Right? But if you tap out, if you give up, if you quit, if you stop short, what will change in your lived experience? In every moment, you have the opportunity to live from one or two places. Either you're living from your imagination in the reality that you know to exist, or you're reacting to the world that's around you. That's what made Jesus such a powerful master and teacher. He was not swayed by circumstances. People literally brought him dead bodies. And he was like, bet. Hey, yo, get up. Like when Lazarus died, I told the disciples, like, yo, let's go wake him up. Right? Only a man delusional within inside of his own vision, inside of his own knowing, can speak like that, can behave like that. I long for the day when we all walk in that same power. That's why I do what I do. Because I recognize that if it was possible for him, it's available to me as well. And it's available for you. But we have to take our eyes off of what we see and put it on what we know. Because what we know changes what we see when we move in accordance with it. So get right. Don't be swayed by circumstances. Circumstances literally do not matter. Mind, thought, that imagination, that matters. Think about it. Let's elevate.